All right. I love how our team never caved in, despite giving up those 5 goals early. And it starts looking like, wow, this could be the #1 team in the country showing up here and showing us why they're #1 in the country. Are we going to get our doors blown in? But no, this group of men was resilient, and it was pretty much a 1-goal game until early in that 4th quarter. So I couldn't be more grateful for our men with that. And wow, is Logan McEnany a tremendous goalie. It says only 13 saves, and I trust our statisticians, but it felt like more, didn't it? Where you get some really good looks on him in that 1st quarter, and in the 2nd quarter, I think we had to take like 15 shots to get those 3 goals on him. And then he just kept the door closed most of that game. I mean, that was really, really impressive what their goalie did, along with a really good team effort by the #1 team in the country. But man, if we could get a few more of those in, and if he wasn't as stellar as he was, it's a whole different game.
Yeah, did you feel like if you could have gotten that equalizer at some point, the crowd's into it at that point, you've got momentum, it just seemed like you could not, obviously you could not get that goal.
It was a big swing, right? It's 7-6, and a few minutes into the 4th quarter, they make a stop, we make a stop, and then they make that stop, and all of a sudden we go 2 men down.
Yeah.
And I understood the 1 penalty, but the other penalty was on us. We went off sides. We shouldn't have gone off sides. Now our man down, which is one of the best man downs in the nation, is 2 men down. And we're not the #1 team in the country when we're 2 men down. And then, that gives them that 2-goal lead. So that's just, we've got to be more disciplined with our decision making, with going off sides there, and our slash to the helmet. So that's on us. We've got to be more disciplined. And then bang, they pop the next face-off forward to goal, and all of a sudden a 1-goal game becomes a 3-goal game. And now we've got to press out a little bit more. Now we've got to chase a little bit more. And a well-coached John Tillman team and a smart team like that, they're gonna spread you out and take advantage, and they did.
This may be a question better for your assistants, but how do you go about keeping your shooters mentally right when even the shots that feel like they're always going to go and they just don't against McEnany?
Yeah, I know. I wish I had a secret sauce formula for you, but you're right. You just shooters got to keep shooting. As a coach, you try to find are there some things that we've overdone? Have we shot in high too much? Because he was making a lot of good saves high, but then he made a couple saves low. So you try to, fellas, can you get a little closer? he's eating up those shots from 10 yards and out. With Brian Colsey's our 2nd goal of the game, when he took the hitch, took the check, and then got closer and stuck it. It was like, so we got to get a little closer. You may get hit more, but you got to get closer.
When looking at the defensive end, you guys have 10 calls turnovers around that. What do you think of that? How'd you guys
I'm really impressed with how our defense played. We created 10 turnovers and forced some more. I think for us to only have 9 turnovers in a game is amazing for when we have possession, and to play Maryland and have them have 20 turnovers is startling. So our defense was physical. We asked for that. We got off to a slow start, and they took advantage of it and scored those goals early. We made some adjustments on our matchups, and that helped. We were just more physical, and the referees allowed us to be physical, which was good. We just sometimes we made some dumb plays and hit them in the head, which we got to be smarter about. But yeah, I'm really thrilled with the fact that we were able to cause so many turnovers against an offense that usually doesn't give up turnovers.
What do you think of Chismar and Herdman's performances?
Oh, yeah.
Stick with their matchups.
I know. We asked a lot of them as the game went on to win certain matchups, and he did. And Noah Chismar's leading us, just as you'd want by a captain, with his voice. Well, you don't see as much, but by example, what he's doing on the field, picking up those tough ground balls, going through the scrums, no matter how many people are slashing him, Chismar's fabulous. And then, Erdman sticking that goal, that was big for us to get some transition, and he's really coming along too. Yeah, we're finding our identity as a defense. We're getting into it, so I'm eager to get back on the field with this team.
What did Maryland do to make things so tough on McCabe and Truitt in particular?
Yeah, first of all, Will Schaller is a fantastic defenseman, and I will say that Maryland wasn't playing island defense. Their defense was ready to support the man being dodged, and so if McCabe did get a step, he had to deal with the second defender, and then once you get a defense sliding, now you get some better opportunities in the crease or backside, and McEnany would shut the door. So it was it was a great defensive effort by their defense, and with a goalie back there making those saves. You know, it's a little bit of what we felt against Ohio State. You know, when we could crack the code, there was a really good goalie behind him. So yeah, bottom line, we got to shoot better. We got to be a little more accurate, and maybe a little more patient. Maybe you don't pull it every. You know, we're taking a lot of shots. Maybe you got to just be patient, give up a good shot for a great shot, so that the So we got to find a better. We got to pull up more ways to score for sure.
It seemed like the midfield was kind of the success on the offensive end. Johnny Hackett had a goal. Interleague, what did you think of them?
Yeah, it was good to see that Hackett Creighton. He's like an ignition switch. He's so fast, flying out from the midline and creating something. And certainly Interleague's goal, you know, which I know everyone here was thrilled because the Norfolk Academy team was here as his alma mater, and Schutz was able to come down, you know, right down Main Street and bury that goal. So yeah, we were able to get some things, but yeah, just not enough. Obviously, you know, we got to put more balls in the net. Thank you, Anakin.